Today's show is brought to you by Hawaii Catholic Schools. Congratulations to 2021 Teacher of the Year, Mary Jane Venata of Maryknoll School. Mahalo to award sponsors, Chaminade University, John C. and Mary Lou Brogan, Aloha Kia, Hele Gas, and the Augustine Educational Foundation.
Aloha, I'm Kiana Cayabyab, and you're watching Star News Live. Here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Hawaii is expected to get a flood of visitors when it drops the pre-travel testing requirements for fully vaccinated domestic travelers on July 8th. But in many ways, businesses that cater to tourists will not be ready. That means tourists might find it hard to get the service they're accustomed to. From Hawaii's rental car shortages to the difficulty in trying to get a restaurant reservation, to the lines out the door at places where there are social distancing requirements, it's just not as easy for visitors as it used to be. What's more, friendliness isn't always present from the stressed hospitality workers, which is a real concern for Hawaii. Aloha has always been a key part of the visitor brand, a guarantee to visitors that they are welcomed here. A new study conducted by the UH Basic Needs Committee in partnership with the Hope Center for College, Community and Justice found 14% of students in the University of Hawaii system were homeless at some point last year. The study found that 58% of the University of Hawaii student body experienced some type of basic needs insecurity, including food and housing, clothing, and financial resources in the last year. The study also found that of the students surveyed, 39% experienced food insecurity in the prior 30 days. 14% experienced housing insecurity in the previous year, and 14% experienced homelessness in the previous year. Invitations to complete a questionnaire were emailed to over 48,000 students from the UH system. Just over 1,000 students participated in the study. On Kauai, officials want to study parking lots at crowded beach parks and explore the possibility of imposing fees on tourist vehicles. When officials imposed travel restrictions to try to protect Hawaii against the spread of the virus, there were days when fewer than 100 people entered Kauai County. Now that restrictions are easing, more than 32,000 people flew into the state one day last week, with over 2,500 going to Kauai, according to the Hawaii Tourism Authority. Kauai has allocated $30,000 of the county's federal coronavirus relief money to study parking at Poipu, Lidgate, and Hanalei's Black Pot Beach parks. A new county ordinance would allow parking fees on visitors and directs Kauai officials to conduct a study to determine rates. Parking violators would be hit with a $100 fine for the first offense, while more than 2 offenses would mean a fine of up to $500. The term of one of the Heart Board's newest and most outspoken board members, Joe Uno, is scheduled to expire Wednesday. Uno, who runs his own construction cost consulting firm and was named last year to fill the rest of the term of former board member John Henry Felix, has been calling for the rail project to end at the planned Lagoon Drive rail station, one stop short of the planned Middle Street station. Once past Middle Street and the problem-plagued Dillingham corridor, there is no money to build a remaining 4-mile stretch of rail and 8 remaining stations from Kalihi to Ala Moana Center. The project is now expected to cost $12.449 billion and be completed in March 2031. Uno's seat is appointed by the Honolulu City Council, and as of Friday, he had not been notified that he could speak before the council to testify on behalf of his reappointment. It would be a real big mistake to not reappoint me, Uno said. Transparency's out the window if they don't reappoint me. Finally, with the Tokyo Olympics set to kick off in less than a month, Google took today to look back and honor record-setting Olympian Tommy Kono on what would have been his 91st birthday. Tomio Kono, who was born on June 27, 1930 in Sacramento, California, but would later call Aiea home, overcame childhood asthma and time in an internment camp to become who many consider the world's greatest weightlifter of all time. Along with 2 golds and 1 silver medal collected over 3 Olympics, Kono set 26 world records across 4 weight classes and won the Mr. Universe title 4 times. In his later years, Kono worked for the Honolulu Department of Parks and Recreation and served as a vice president of the Honolulu Marathon and as a board member of the Honolulu Quarterback Club. He died in 2016 after a long illness. In a Google Doodle featured online yesterday, Kono was depicted performing a clean and jerk, a 2-movement weightlifting exercise where the weight is raised fully above the lifter's head after an initial lift to shoulder level. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at Star-Advertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Today's show was brought to you by Hawaii Catholic Schools, inspiring minds, sharing faith. Go to CatholicSchoolsHawaii.org today for more information on our 27 schools statewide. We accept applications and enroll students year-round.